we all ask our questions here live, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Little things to know if you need kind of updates on where you are, what's happening. You can always go to January 2024. Oh my gosh. January 2024.now.site. I try to keep that website updated for you with all things kind of pertaining to Nowsite. What was our last big webinar, right? What was our last big training about? What's kind of the things or specials that we're offering? How can I get my 3 equals free? All of that stuff lives on January 2023 or January 2024.now.site. Everybody got it? Cool? Okay, great. So when that happens, then we'll change the month. It'll be February. Guess what the website will be? February 2024.now.site, right? So yeah, Sue's like, I already know the answer to this one. Check it out, okay? So February 2024, March, April, May, you guys got it, okay? So all things pertaining to Nowsite. Hey, look, we have an amazing calendar of events, all kinds of great training with us here at Nowsite to help you get started. In fact, there's an amazing one right before this every single weekday. It's called My AI Live. It happens weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, right here at the same exact link. It's definitely designed for the beginner of a Nowsite, and it can help you get into action really, really quickly, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link to that here in the chat. Bam. And that way you can always find that link, okay? Got it? All right, awesome. Okay, so this is the moment where it's your time to shine. This is all about you. I want it to be all about you. So we get in line and we ask our questions, and Anne is first. Anne, what's happening?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yep. Hey.
My question is, will the Eric Worre 27th of January seminar be recorded? I can't attend and I want to.
I think that's more of a question for probably his team and the fact that, or to see if it's recorded. I think he has some.
I've asked. I'm not getting anywhere.
I'm not sure, but I will try to find
I'll
out.
ask again.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah.
I know that. Yes, it is.
It is recorded
extra.
for those who pay an extra fee. They can go back and actually, when you sign up, you have the option. He upsells you on the recordings.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yay, Kim. Yay, our first question stumped, but relieved by my friend Kim Mulatto. Kim?
And then my hand went down.
Oh,
no. I answered the question. I'll put it back up.
I don't put my hands down. I don't know.
No, it does. It automatically does that. If your hand is up and you come off mute, it will automatically put your hand down.
Really?
Yeah. But I didn't have a question. I had it but I can wait, I guess. I just want to give my little tip of the day.
Go for it.
Okay.
So you were next, right? I think it was Ann Arba. Am I right?
I might have been, but it's really quick because it's just a tip. It's not a question. That I just wanted to remind everyone that how easy it is to get questions answered right from your Nowsite account, your Nowsite AI, that I have used it when I wasn't sure about something. And I mean, it is spot on, because remember that it's already preloaded with all of the Nowsite features and functionality or whatever. And then one step beyond, I was kind of showing it off to my husband, and he has a snowplow business, and his snowplow wasn't lifting. He was saying it was having issues. I said, well, let me ask Nowsite. Let me ask my Nowsite AI what might be the problem. But here, and it gave a great answer. And I just wanted to share this first part because it was funny. I asked, I said, I have a snow plow and the blade is no longer going up and down. How can I troubleshoot the issue? It started saying, I'm sorry to hear about the trouble with your snowplow. While I specialize in digital technology and online marketing, I can offer some troubleshooting steps. So it was funny because it knows me. But it was saying I can still help. And the good news is that the troubleshooting steps it gave, that it worked. And my husband is off plowing again.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that it worked out and that he's off with a snowplow that's fixed. So that's amazing. Thank you.
But the point is there's a lot of questions that your AI can answer. So
Awesome. Thanks, Harvin. Nice to see you. We have Julie. Hey, Julie.
Hey, Cheryl and everybody. Nice to see you. A couple of questions. One is, how does Nowsite's service compare to Project Broadcast? And also the same question as TeamZ, which is a CRM. I am subscribed to Project Broadcast. I'm subscribed to TeamZ, which is a CRM. And I wanted, basically, I'm looking to see if Nowsite can do those services better than what I'm getting right now. So if anybody has any comparison or any sort of tips around that, I'd so appreciate it.
So Project Broadcast is SMS. That's basically all that they do. If you want a strict SMS provider, I would stay with Project Broadcast for SMS.
So, but is SMS not also included in some of Nowsite's, like at the upgraded service? Is that not also a feature?
It's not included in any of the subscriptions. It's an add-on to a subscription. So it's part of our marketing functionality. I'm sure Project Broadcast has, because that's all that they do, right? Is SMS. You can create broadcasts, you can create campaigns. It just depends on what features and functionalities that you're trying to create inside of Project Broadcast. That would be different from Nowsite, where that isn't our main feature. It's just an add-on.
Okay, got it. Thank you. That's very helpful. And then the same question with TeamZ and the CRM component, because I know there is a CRM built into the certain level of subscriptions with Nowsite. So do you have any insights on how that would compare?
You would have to tell me what's great about TeamZ.
Oh, just the level of detail of notes I can keep about people and all of those types of things. So yeah, just tracking large amounts of data over a long period of time.
Okay. I'm not very familiar with TeamZ, right? I don't use that platform, but inside of our contact section, you can take notes on contacts. You can add them to different lists. You can email your different lists. You can create different lists. You can, we're the only CRM that I know of that will give you a personality analysis on someone from an email address. We're the only one that's going to give you sales tips and tactics from adding someone inside of your CRM. So let me just real quick, hang on one second.
That's already helpful, Cheryl. I don't want to take up more of your time. I can certainly look further into those features, just because I'm not at all familiar with the Nowsite ones. So thank you for that overview.
I'm just gonna, I want to share because I think I'm a much better shower than teller, if that's okay.
Totally. Yeah, me too.
All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to, do it live. So see, I was kind of like, what the heck is Project Broadcast up here? Here, right? If I go to my contact section and I click on my contacts, right? Let's say I wanted to add a new contact. And I'm going to add you, Julie. And can you spell your last name for me?
Yep. Yep, you got it. YLOV.
Okay, cool. And then, I don't know. Can I find you on LinkedIn, maybe?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell me, Dane?
Yeah, you right there, right at the top, the picture.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to kind of copy this, right? And I'm going to put it in LinkedIn, paste, and this is all I'm going to put, okay? So I'm just going to give it a whirl. So I'm going to see if I can enhance the contact. So, and I'm also going to ask for a personality report. I would say this is probably the difference between our CRM and most others, which is, you know, I Dana, now I can find you on different platforms. I have an email address, all from just putting, obviously you saw me just put in LinkedIn, right? Phone number, your location, LinkedIn, some skills. You know, you could tell us if it's true here. And then education, current company. Okay.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
I also have a bit about your personality, which is versatile, open, personable, tends to be open and inviting with new people, often getting energized when collaborating on shared ideas. I can talk to you all about your behavior, what to do when emailing you, when meeting you, what stresses you out, what energizes you, and what to do when working with you. Make sure I make it funny and include visual aids. Good thing I did that during this moment, right? I even have some sales tips and tactics on how I can get Julie to book a meeting with me. What are some of the pain points? What do I do when giving the pitch, and how to present to Julie, how to build rapport, what to do during the problem approach, urgency and pace, handling competition, discussing money, creating urgency. This is something that I don't see any other CRM doing ever.
Totally.
Right? And
It's
then
so accurate, which is hilarious. I'm reading the things and I'm like, oh my God, it's totally me. So love it. That's great. Thank you. That's a great demonstration of like, okay, we'll just drop all the mics and close the door right now. So
And
anyways,
Cheryl, and they
thank
don't
you for
have
that.
Cory.
right. And then I notes, right? I can add as many notes as I want. I can add you to the gazillions of lists, and I can also see kind of the history of what I've done with this contact as well. So that was
That's amazing. Thank you. That's tremendous. And then
I'm sure
last
they
question.
tell it.
Yes, yes, you're amazing. Thank you. And then the last thing is the Eric Worre, the 27th, is that affiliated with Nowsite? Is that a training, the social media training? Is that like a Nowsite thing with Eric, or is it a separate thing?
So it is a Nowsite thing with Eric. You will see Nowsite there. We will be sharing all about the newest feature of Nowsite inside of that social media masterclass. So you'll see a lot of Nowsite there.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, darling. Really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me show instead of just tell. We have Richard next. Richard, what's happening?
Well, I got a couple of questions. One is, I heard that we won't be able to use Gmail for bulk emailing anymore after January. Is that right or wrong? After January 31st?
And it's in February, and it has nothing to do with you or doesn't pertain to you at all.
So we will be able to use it to do our Nowsite mail?
Yep.
Okay, and the other question is, if you put a fairly big image in your email, will that interfere with the delivery or the receiving of it?
Not that I have seen.
Oh, because I thought some places said the more images and colors and stuff you put in, then it goes into spam quicker.
I gotcha.
Okay. Well, thanks for trying to help me. I don't know if you really helped me, convinced me or whatever.
Well, the February thing has nothing to do with it. I would say for email, do you have an extremely large image that you could try to send?
Well, yeah, some of them are fairly large, but I don't know what the heck the limit would be, or if you
I
can.
haven't had that ever come up or have it be a problem, so I would say it's probably not one, and it would probably have come up quite a bit more often if it was.
Yeah,
Well,
what I should also try, make it a little smaller, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah, try that for sure. But I haven't
Okay.
seen one ever like that kind of come up, so I would be confident in. I've never heard it, so I think you're good to go.
Okay, maybe I got false information then.
Gotcha. Thanks, Richard. We have Ariel, Dr. Norm. Ariel, you're up.
Coco, I have a question here.
Yes.
When you send an email, what is the most important thing on the email? Your picture, your personal picture is important?
The most important thing is the subject line.
Yeah, but what about your picture? Is important also?
Everything is right. Like it should read like a story, right? So you're just. I did this thing way back when, and it's called Little Red Riding Hood and the Sales Funnel, right? And we should all think of the story Little Red Riding Hood. If you're not familiar with it, you should go read the story Little Red Riding Hood, right? It's called soap opera style. And it's basically like you're just trying to get to the next point, and you should read like a story. Is my subject line enough to get somebody to open it? Is my headline and my first sentence, does it lead to the second? Does the second sentence lead to the third? Does it have to have an image or not? It depends, right? Are you capturing my attention throughout? So there isn't a part that I would say, hey, that's not important. It's, am I intrigued enough to continue down the path?
Okay, I have one more question. Okay, before you were showing us something how to get a contact because a lot of people don't use their Gmail account, but they use other one. So, but I noticed that when you put the name of the person, and then it will show something else. So, would you mind to go back again and when you were showing us on this prospect, please, at the beginning? Like, okay. 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 Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Coco.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
For sure. Thank you. Nice to see you. Dr. Norm, what's happening?
Hey, Cheryl, thanks for asking. On the CRM thing that Julie was referencing to, I appreciate the overview you gave. It's spectacular what it will do. And my question is, I don't know if you're familiar with the term tickler file, but let's suppose I have a prospect that I talked to today and she says, oh, contact me in 2 weeks. And then I've got a bunch of those people. Is the CRM set up so that it will flag me and say, hey, you're supposed to contact this woman today because you met with her 2 weeks ago? Those kinds of things.
There is in a cold outreach portion of Nowsite where if you contact someone through Nowsite, you could schedule a follow-up that will then create a notification to tell you to follow up with that person. And that's kind of a roundabout to the question that you're actually asking, right? It's like, okay, Cheryl, I get it, and I can use this and do this and somehow get there. However, one of the big things that we're doing currently, I wanted to say sprints, but let me roll back here a minute, is one of the things that we're focused on is enhancing our CRM. And that was kind of the integration that we've had with contact mapping. And it's a big focus for us this month and even going into next month. And it's something that we have continued to work on. And I'll share with you kind of the enhancements to our CRM. So a big part of that is follow-ups and rotations of remember. If you're familiar with contact mapping, that was kind of a big feature of theirs where you don't forget about your contact, right? And that rotations of remember and following up. Even having advanced search. One of the things that I thought was really great about contact mapping and the CRM is I kind of thought maybe they understood how my brain worked, right? I may not remember Julie's name next week, but I will definitely remember that Julie was wearing a like magenta shirt because magenta is always in my mind because the magenta button, and I will use word association that way, right? And I'll remember certain aspects of Julie, but not always that her name was Julie. So if I kind of can go back and say something like, hey, can I get an advanced search and finding my contact based on anything I remember about them, I'm probably more likely to remember your dog's name than yours, right? And I would
Okay.
put that inside of my CRM. I'll share with you, maybe I can share an example, and I hope I don't embarrass this person, but I'll share with you a bit here. Sorry, Serena. I hope that this is okay. I love you. I know Serena's on here. I'm not trying to put your business out here, but this is what I do in my notes section of my phone because I know I can't remember.
Okay.
Right? And in the notes section of my phone, I'm constantly putting details about Serena, right? I said she lives in Atlanta, Georgia. She has a husband named Matt. She has daughters who are Maddie and Ellie, right? She homeschools. She's detail oriented. I haven't, this is from when I first met Serena years ago, and she takes a long time to make a decision. Love you, Serena, right? Okay. If I could put that inside of my CRM, right? That is a time where I was putting it inside of my phone, I would know, those things are reference points for me to continue to have conversations with people like Serena. And that's an enhancement that's coming to our CRM, which I think is extremely valuable. Dr. Norm asked me like one tiny question and I just keep talking. Sorry.
So is this enhanced CRM going to be in the basic my AI, or is that going to be in the marketing AI?
No, the CRM is included in my AI as well.
Okay, good. And do you know when that will be implemented?
So it's actually we're in development now, probably early February, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate your detail.
It's going on and on and on and on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anybody else? Question? We know, Joe, it's nice to see you. I make it a point to pick on Joe every time I see her. So I have to. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. It's the Alaska. So I have a kind of mini obsession with Alaska. Fun fact about Cheryl, while somebody's like, okay, I might have a question. I have a mini obsession with Alaska. I went and visited Alaska. I thought it was fantastic. So I kind of always check the temperature because in another life I'm going to live there. But it was -32 and I thought, wow, that's amazing. In the most innocent, great way ever. I was like, that's awesome. Anyway, right? DePaul, I thought that was it. Stop. How can we access the annual deal for Nowsite? Okay, and I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just gonna botch it here. Starts with an A. But let me tell you a bit about the annual quote unquote deal. If you are a My AI monthly customer, right? Anybody a My AI monthly customer? If you are, what you can do is you can email support@now.site. You can go, that Cheryl Coco woman, she told me this. But this is the very last day where you can upgrade or switch. I should say switch, not upgrade. Switch to My AI annual. And you could do that, I think it's like $260, which is basically like a savings of $328 throughout the year. So you have to do that by emailing support@now.site. Today is the last day. Okay. So something to note. If you are My AI monthly, you can switch to annual with a one-time $260 payment. Awesome. Thank you. Richard.
Yeah, nobody else is asking questions. I figure I might as well ask. I think there's a way you can tell how many people opened the email that you sent out, isn't there?
We do have opens and clicks in an email. However, it's not going to tell you exactly who opened or who clicked, but it will tell you opens and clicks.
How many opened at least, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if nobody's opening, you got to change something.
It's probably that time to change something, right? So just as an example, you can kind of see the stats of different campaigns here. See opens, clicks, sent, unsubscribed. They're all inside of the email campaign.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just figured I'd ask to double check. Nobody was asking questions, so thanks anyway.
And if you have multiple emails, like you have a campaign itself, you can kind of see where people are coming in or dropping off, or where you need to make changes inside of that campaign too. So that's cool.
How do you mean if you'll know whether you can make changes in the campaign?
Because each campaign has individual open. So if there was multiple, right, emails in here, if there
Yeah.
was, each one has open sents and clicks. So it'll be
Okay,
like,
yeah,
okay,
because
normally-
sometimes if you don't have 500, one, you can send 2 of them. Yeah, that's what I do sometimes.
so it would be like, hey, they really like my first and third email, but that second one nobody's opening.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that there was a place to check that. Thanks a lot.
For sure. Is there a training on the analytics in the Nowsite platform? There isn't a training on the analytics, but I know it's something that's being updated, something that we've talked about updating. Anybody else? Question?
Hello, Cheryl.
Hi.
Yes. Yeah, I'm here. Earlier you showed that Julie's you put Julie's information in that system. So I'm just asking, when you just put her LinkedIn link, then everything else just automatically come out. Is that right?
Yeah.
I tried one person, but it didn't come out for some reason. So I don't know where did I do wrong. Can you show me it one more time, please?
Yes. So tell me the person. Okay. Sorry, I was getting a message at the same time. So who are you looking up on LinkedIn, let's say, as an example?
For example, Paul Doucette, for example.
Okay. Can you tell me how to spell his name? So
Doucet. Yeah.
So which one is he?
Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
There's a lot of Paul, where are you at?
I don't know which one. I cannot tell. It's very small actually.
We can click on
Okay,
scroll.
there is better, yeah. Regional
Do you have a direct link to him, maybe?
What type of business does he do? Might look under that one.
Consulting.
Consulting?
Yeah. He has consulting, I think. Quantity survey, if you can put.
Do you happen to have like just the link to him?
I have the link, yes.
Just put it here in the chat.
Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll give you the link, yeah.
Okay, so I can tell you right away what's happening with Paul. Okay. Might want to change and search by an email address. Paul has nothing going on here to pull from.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be right. Like we need some info to get back in order to kind of assess who Paul is. Right. So it's gonna help if he has more than the person, I would say, has more than 70 connections. You know, and they would be pretty active on LinkedIn, would help the enhancement itself. So the enhancement is kind of pulling information about this person that's public or kind of put out there. And the less that this person has, it's going to be harder to kind of pull information, right? So like I'm going to go back and use Julie as an example, just not to bother you, Julie, but like obviously Julie is active on LinkedIn and puts stuff out there and is probably interacting with others and posting, which makes it obviously easier for us to pull information and tell you a bit about who Julie is.
Let's see.
Yeah. So that's how that works.
Okay. So that means if anybody is very active in the social media, you can just this AI can help to pull out their profile, then analyze them.
Yeah. And you could even try by email address. That was just an example, and I can tell you kind of why. But the more active that person is, the easier it is to kind of, pull information about somebody. We can do something super fun, I think. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah. Like just think of your favorite person that's on social media and give it a try. Somebody who has lots of connections. Maybe try like an Eric Worre or something. You'll
Okay,
see it.
okay, I will try
But
it.
even yourself, like if you're active on social, or LinkedIn, it will help as well.
Okay, got it.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
For sure. Arva.
Okay, now I actually have a question because I just got an email from someone on my team that she told someone about Nowsite, but she didn't know to give her affiliate link.
Uh-huh.
So the person was so excited, when they signed up for Nowsite, and now and the person is the one who signed up, that wrote the email, that she said she didn't realize that she should have signed up under the person who gave her the link. Is there any way to correct this?
So she just work with support and they'll correct it.
Oh, really? Just okay, just tell
Doing all the
her.
right things.
Sorry, say that again.
She's doing all the right things. That's all that she needs to do. And they'll fix it up.
Okay, they'll put her under the right person.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's it. Thanks. Hey, Kristen.
Hey, I wanted to ask, with the referrals that has opened up for the people that signed up in December, the little referral program,
Yep.
where it's 3 people, you get a month free. Like, how does that continue? Does it just stack, and then once you're over 3, there's no more benefit to referring people?
Correct. So here we'll go to 3 equals free. So see where it says get Nowsite for free? Here, friends. Okay, so here you can click, and this is how our 3 equals free program works. So you can earn your My AI subscription for free. Basically, that's a $29 a month credit on higher price plans if you're on a higher price plan, as long as you have 3 active paying customers. We do give you the referral link, and then this is a bit about how it works, right? So you share, sign up customers, your My AI subscriptions for free, or you can put it toward a different subscription. We have people that sign up, 3 people get their subscription for free. A few people that have signed up, maybe 4 or 5, just kind of make sure that if somebody drops off, they always have that $29 going toward it. But after that, that's it. The most that you're earning is $29. Cool.
So that won't be expanded or anything.
Correct.
That's just it.
Yes.
Okay. It's a little disappointing, to be honest.
We're glad that you want to share, though. Thank you.
Thank you.
For sure. Anybody else? Question? DePaul's hard at work thinking.
Isn't that strange? Today you don't have enough. Sometimes you got too many.
You know? I know.
Hey,
Typically.
Cheryl.
Hey,
Jaren.
Jaren, what's happening? I hear a voice.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Quick question for you. If you already own the annual plan, and let's say, because my subscription renews next year, is there any kind of promo code for that if you want to get another annual plan going?
Okay. So we're about to learn something. All right. And DePaul's laughing at me because he knows I'm about to give something away. As years of working with somebody, he's like, uh-oh. Cheryl's about to give something away. If you see a promo, but let's say you're like, I'm on an annual plan, but my annual plan doesn't end until like March, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go, hey, I want that annual plan that's available for $260 to tack on, but I'd like to pay for it now. So I'm just going to pay for it now. Just tack that on and give me the year right at the end. So just make sure that it kind of renews, and they'll give you the kind of extra months that are on there. So even if you were like, Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, and you like it, and that's when your annual plan renews, you can always ask them. And I believe they do charge you that day, but they will come like March, you'll still have an extra year tacked on at the end with the discounted price.
So you have to do that today, correct?
Yeah, that has to be done today, though.
Okay. And send an email to support.
I was like, see that? Yeah, it's supported now, that site. Like this.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Cheryl.
For sure. That's a good tip for people too. Love it. Awesome. We have Ariel and then Sue. What's happening?
Coco, I have a question.
Yes.
There is a minimum. So when you are an affiliate and you want to take some money out of there, there is a minimum to take the money out, and how you do that? There is a date.
That's something that you have to ask support on a previous plan. So I would ask them about what you can take out. Okay.
Because I asked him and I'm still waiting for an answer.
I'm sure they'll respond. I'm sure that they will respond 100%. They always do.
Okay, I will try it now. Let you know later. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, Sue, what's happening?
Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about this question's been asked already. I had to run out and deal with my van. But when I have sent out emails, they have the option to unsubscribe at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I notice in my, I think what is my CRM or whatever it's called, that let's say 10 have unsubscribed. Are they automatically taken off my contact list?
They're not taken off the contact list as a whole, but they will no longer receive emails from that list. So we're not like, hey, you can't find that person ever again.
Okay.
Right? But they will not receive emails from the list that they were in.
Gotcha. So anything that I try to send them will definitely be blocked. I just want to be respectful
Yes.
of their wishes.
100% yes.
Excellent. But I could still reach out, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever else contacts
Yes.
I may have as such.
Yeah,
Okay,
we don't
thank you for that.
For sure. Good question. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to botch your name, but it starts with a K. So maybe you can come on out.
Okay, Cheryl, Ku'ule.
Hooray! Yay!
Yes. I wanted to find out about the business profiles.
Okay.
So when you're in a business profile, is that the time that you go and pull a prospect that you want for that business?
No, so you don't pull a prospect from a business profile. What you do is you go to contacts and then my prospects, and then you could tell us about your perfect prospect and pull a prospect for any business that you want.
Okay, so how do I pull in a prospect for a certain business profile?
So you don't have to pull it in for a certain business profile. You would just come in here and tell us what are the interests and skills or anything. Tell us about your prospect. Less is more, by the way. And then go ahead and get a prospect.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if, you had to have the business prospect in the background up, and then, you go and pull a prospect, and then automatically they'll go into that business profile.
Right. So they're not going into a business profile. You can have them go into a list if you choose to do it that way. But look, lots of people, let's say, I'm going to use essential oils as an example, right? You can have a business profile about essential oils, but my prospects could be stay-at-home moms.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be a target. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
For sure. Thanks. Stephanie.
Yeah. Just apologize if this has been asked prior, but hypothetically, I have people come in because I know December 1st, I think it was, there was some changes.
Yep.
Right? So if I technically have some people come on board, are they still earning an income building a business, or is that part of the 3 get 3? I just want to make sure I'm not confused on this.
The only thing that somebody can come in right now and earn is $29 a month. They can only earn 3 equals free.
So that's it.
That's it.
not like before when we could earn a income. So anybody prior to December, like if I have somebody come in, I'll still get paid for that, but they'll just have the 3 get 3.
Stay the same. Everybody going forward from December 1st, 3 equals free.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good. See, look at that. They answered. Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, since somebody else brought that up, how does Nowsite create that list where we can draw from, or is that a secret?
A list you can draw from
Well, like what have they got, 2 billion or whatever? How did they accumulate these names?
It's 2.2 billion prospects. We have over 40 worldwide data partners that help us accumulate those names.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, how did they create them?
It's through data partners of ours.
Oh, the partners are bringing them in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. Figured it's kind of a secret.
Yeah.
Thanks anyway.
That was what we call a political answer, right? I could have been a politician. I answered the question without answering it. But you were catching on there, Richard. Thanks. Sue, what's happening?
Well, me again. Yes, great question. That was actually on my list as well. Thank you, Richard. So I figured it was from other lists out and about. So when you're assigning prospects that we generate, do I assume, like other lead companies, they're only distributed to 2 different times, let's say? So the same, Jane Doe is not going out to 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 different people?
You're getting, your list is your list. Kim doesn't have people that are on your list. Dr. Norm doesn't have people that are on your list. There's 2.2 billion people.
Excellent. Yeah, most companies, they go to 2 different such, and I'm glad to hear that that's not the case here. Thank you.
Yeah. Or they just sell you a great big list and they're like, hit them with an email. Good luck out there.
Exactly. Thank you.
For sure. Anybody else? Question? Are we ever getting Chewbacca back to Paul?
Yes, the computer will be done this week, so I will have Chewbacca back in the background. You might be getting a real live action Chewbacca too.
That would be better. Anybody else?
Chewbacca 2.0.
I like Lori's wings.
Me too. We're exciting. I noticed that too. Go ahead, Sue. You just come out.
Thank you.
We're very informal here.
God love you. Well, I did make a list of stuff, and over the last couple, they've been answered.
Wait, can you show me again? Hold on, that was amazing. It was like, hopefully it says questions for Cheryl Coco. You put that
AI questions, actually, but yeah. I love you, Cheryl. You guys are, I have to say, you trainers that are on here, all of you, so like from Elizabeth, yourself, Adrian, etc., and the gentleman yesterday with the sales funnel stuff, you guys are amazing and so patient. So you do need a pat on the back, and I see lots of clapping going on. That's great. So before I forget, what was my question? Oh, yeah. So one thing I learned is when you're doing the prospect, and I'm sharing with them on Facebook, I'm noticing that my message is still out in La La Land. It's not even been delivered yet. And they say, well, comment, and I do a lot of commenting on posts. I know my social media stuff, but I cannot find a story from someone who's not my friend to comment on, to put me more into their face, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna dial us back, and I'm gonna say this. When you're doing the STAR system and you're a network marketer, you're gonna get great results prospecting through just using the STAR system. Anything better than cold marketing is ever gonna offer you, okay? Because in reality, most of my network marketers, I'm not talking to you, Sue, please don't get offended, okay? We're not so great at cold marketing, right? That's just the I'm just putting it out there, okay? We think we like the idea of cold marketing because cold marketing is safe. I don't know these people. I can say what I want. Everything will be okay, right? So there's a safety in, I don't know Joe, but I might know this person and I might have to talk to them. Oh my gosh, where you're really going to get your results in the STAR system and talking to people, creating relationships, right? the difference between network marketing and marketing for a traditional business or any kind of business is, and we kind of have a crossover of lingo that people aren't aware of, right? So people in network marketing go, we close sales. And I was like, you never closed a sale in your life if you're a network marketer, right? Closing a sale is, you bought this lipstick, I never heard from you again. You bought this, goodbye, right? It's just one-off sales. But here in network marketing, what you guys do is you go, hey, Sue, you're amazing. It's great to get to know you. What have you been up to? Oh, really? You've been going out with the gal, blah, 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 blah. Hey, were you looking for a new look? Do you have makeup? Blah, blah, blah. Here's this lipstick. Hey, do you want to chat about it? How's it serving you? Do you really like it? Do you like other shades of it? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, Sue, do you want to buy any more of the makeup that I offer? Like, it becomes a whole relationship all for one product, right? So we don't close sales, we open relationships. One of the things about the prospecting data that we have and reaching out on Facebook is understanding the kind of idiosyncrasies of each social media platform. And you kind of see those quite a bit if you pay attention to the way you post on social, right? So Facebook has a different post than Instagram, which has a different post than LinkedIn. Share with you is if you're doing the cold prospecting, right, or you're looking at prospects, a lot of people are a lot more open to sharing business and talking about business on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Going to do really, really well, even if you're like, yo, Coco, I don't really post very much on LinkedIn. Yo, Coco. I'm like, well, you have something that helps you post every day.
Yeah.
Post. Get commenting, really build that LinkedIn up. And if you are insistent on, not you, but anybody, if you're insistent on cold prospecting, one of the things that you can do on LinkedIn is people are really interested in connecting and collaborating with others, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can I connect? How can we collaborate? How can we serve each other? How can we kind of, help each other inside of our business? Facebook is really more like quite a bit more social and friendly than LinkedIn, where they're business related. So keep that in mind. And a lot of people are like, hey, I don't know if I want to, like, I'm going to use my mom as an example. She'll be like, somebody, Susie, tried to friend request me. I don't know Susie. Do I know her from high school? My God. We're on LinkedIn. They're like, wow, Susie tried to request me and invited me. I'd love to connect with new like-minded people who are interested in the same thing that I am, because the mindset, right? That's what they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought and something to
Yeah. No, I'm totally up to it there. And thank you to Nowsite. I have become way more active since December in LinkedIn because you're doing the posts for me. I love it. And I totally agree with everything you've said, but some of them only have a Facebook connection.
Yeah.
So those are the ones. And then one of the other trainers says to have these seen, comment on their stories.
Yep.
Well, how do I see their stories if I'm not their friend?
Yeah.
You can't, right?
Right. And hear what I do.
Ah, girlfriend, you're not just a pretty face.
I only want you if you're on LinkedIn. If you ain't, you can bye.
Definitely. And a quick question on top of that as well. Do you recommend, because cold calling, I've got a lot of cold market. I've just moved to a new town, so it's cold where I've just moved to as well.
Yeah.
Is email reach out or LinkedIn reach out, would you recommend? I'm leaning towards LinkedIn, but email is easy.
LinkedIn, email is very easy, right? Because
Yeah.
we send an email, we hope for the best, and we're like, nah, I'm doing something, ain't I?
Exactly.
Right? But are we doing it now?
You're awesome. Thank you, love.
Thank you. Love you back. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. I have to go. It's one. Look, I do this How To Tuesday. I do How To Tuesday on Wednesday. I just call it How To Wednesday. Yeah. If you'd like to come back, come hang out with me for How To Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. We'll have lots of fun. Bring your questions. Even if you make a list like my friend Sue here, I'd love to see it. All right. I'm going to let you all go today. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love to you all. Bye.
Thanks so much, Cheryl. Bye, guys.